So good morning, Honorable Present here. Today, I talk about the subject name 19 CS 732, Information Retrieval Techniques, 4th year, 7th semester. So unit number 4, Web Retrieval and Web Crawling. So topic number 1 is a web search engine architecture and cluster-based architecture. This is the most important topic in information retrieval techniques and also in cloud computing subjects in future. So we go for next topic. So this is the issue in web-based crawling and cloud architecture. The first issue, the web is really infinited. So next one, dynamic example calendar. Soft 404, yahoo.com, anything is valid pages. Static web containing synthetic duplication and mostly due to mirroring at 30%. And some servers are seldom or connected. Who cares? And medium are consequently the users. An engine design, an engine crowd policy, and impact on recall. These are classification based on SVM classifier in information retrieval technique based on cluster architectures. Next one, we go for to next one. So what is web search engine architecture? The unedited, anyone can enter to quality issues and spam and varied information and types based on phone book, brochure, catalogic and distractions and news report, whether all in one place. The different kind of users, online catalog, so the scholars search scholarly literatures, and with every type of person with every type of goal, and scale hundred of millions of search day and billion of the document in these sectors. These are some about our web search engines. So next one, we go for next one. What is the difference between directory and search engine? So hands-on, hand selected sites and search over the content description of pages based on, for example, in 20 years back, there is no websites. So after evolutionary to create websites because the business oriented, and if any problems, there's a developer can sit and together and solve this websites only handmade process. But now we have search engines are available. If any problem, and immediately block that website and information into your particular website owners. So after rectify and again you can upload your website through the server and complete your solution about that one in nowadays. And organize is advanced into category. But search engine, all pages insights, search over the content of the page themselves and organize after query by relevance, ranking, or other scores. So in 20 years back, there is no search engine. So at the time, we have type process, example, google.com. If any huge amount of pages available in website, so particularly we want to the particular site and only the based on particular ID is selected and showing in front of you. But now immediate type it based on your website and ranking oriented and indexed oriented in website in server side. So for example, Anna University and another one google.com and amazon.com, flipkart.com. These are ranking oriented indexed to one. So that easily identify your website in huge amount of pages in server and based on your web ID immediately select and display in front of you based on search engines. This is a standard web search engine architecture. This is a website. This is a crawl the web and check for duplicate, store the documents and user query. Suppose I'm typing google.com and easily first we go for to search engine. Here search engine is server and send to your invert index is available, and another one send to your document ID. Once verified, if any duplicates are available, if duplicates are available, and immediately send to indexed one and verified and send to the search engine again back and show the results. Suppose there is no duplication, immediately send your invert index, and invert index once verified which one is the first one, which one the website is second one, third one, and select and show your result through search engine, and this is a result of particular user query from your site. That means customer site. This is how invert files are created. So we have term document frequencies available. So first document tool you have available. Document tool is available, and frequency how many times represent. So first you can write alphabetic order after the dictionary oriented, after positioning, and how many times present a in document 2. So at the same time, document 1. So this is a basic condition, and invert files store in web servers. Easily identify a particular query from your customer sites. This is invert indexes permit fast search for individual team. For each term, you get a list consists of document ID, frequency item document optional, and position term is document. And list this list can be used to solve the Boolean query. Country D1 and D2, manner D2, country and manner D2. So this is a statistical ranking algorithm. We can use that particular inverted file easily identify your websites. This is a cluster-based architecture. The document clustering and motivation, document representation, success criteria, cluster exam based on you have two type of process. One is partial, another one hierarchical. What is clustering? The clustering is process grouping of set of objects into class similar to the objects. The documents within the cluster should be similar. The document from different classes should be dissimilar, and common from form unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning equal learning from raw material opposed to supervised one. And example is given, and a common and important task that find many applications here and other places. So this is a cluster architecture. This is a direction need, free processing, query representation, and document corpus, free processing, and document representation and comparison. After sent to the next level, and direction need, free processing, query optimization, and document corpus, and free processing, document representation, comparison, local context analysis, data representation. This is ordinary comparison. This is using of cluster-based comparisons. This is a cluster-based based on whole corpus analysis or navigation, better use of interface such without typing for improving recall in search application, and better search result based on pseudocode for RF. The better navigation search result based on effective user recall will be higher. And for spreading up vector space retrieval in cluster-based retrieval giving faster searches. This is one of the example, yahoo.com, how to represent in your websites. And this is, for example, this is agriculture, biology, physics, CS, space, and agriculture. What are things are available based on this indexed? You can store your detail. And biology, you can store botany, cell, evolution based on this indexed based on this one. Physics, magnetism, relative, CS, AI, courses, HCA, and space, craft, and missions. This is a basic condition to apply every web search engines in store in servers. This is activity. Yes, correct. This is the disadvantages. Cost is high, and since the cluster needs good hardware and design, it will be costly compared to the non-cluster server management designing, being not cost effective is a main advantage disadvantages of the particular design. Since cluster needs more servers are harder to establish one monitoring and maintenance part. This increase in infrastructures. Suppose the architecture is not available, a big cost expensive to spend on each and every industries for storing purpose only. Advantages, cluster server is completely scalable solution. You can add resources to the cluster about uh, afterwards. If a server is the cluster needs any maintenance, you can do it stopping handling the load over to the server. Among highly availability option, cluster takes a special place since it's reliable to easy to configure. In case of service having problem providing services further, other services cluster can take the load in the sector. Sometimes service completely you can implement in the sector easily scalable and maintain and also high availability to store your data in your websites in your server, also servers. We go for next one. This is assessment one. List out the advantage of cluster architecture, identify the disadvantage of cluster architecture. If any one of you, please stand and tell about your answer. Yes, correct. This is my textbooks and thank you.